Good morning. It is currently, where are we? 7:44. So I've just done myself a coffee and a couple of cheesy oatcakes. I suppose I could have done some baked beans with it. Oh well. That's for a future time. That's currently the view. In fact, this has just rolled in over the past 10-15 minutes. There was a lot more visibility than that. But it should pass. I think the sun's burning through it a bit. It has rained quite a bit overnight. So there shall be no climbing today. Not for me, at least not here. It's probably going to take some time to dry out. Well, there we go. The sun's burning through it there. I think today what I'm going to do is the bigger walk from last week in that book. I don't think I'll do the whole thing because I don't want to go across the top of the Roaches again. Did that yesterday. But I think I'll do this bottom section of it going down to Meerbrook and circling back around. So I'll have breakfast first. Comb my hair and brush my teeth. And then I might brew up a flask of tea to take with me. Because I bet you it's not going to warm up terribly quickly. It's currently 13 degrees in here, which isn't too bad. It's probably around 10 outside, I'd guess. 10, 11. Do I have any sauce? Yes, I do. I have ketchup and I have HP. Right then. I'll have my breakfast and then catch up with you afterwards. There we go. Doesn't take terribly long for the cloud to lift once it decides to. Okay. I've decided that I'm not going to do that other long walk. One, because I don't feel like doing the Roaches right now, and I may as well do the whole walk. Two, it crosses through fields, and I know it's been chucking it down through the night, and it describes some parts of them as boggy, so I don't fancy getting on all of that right now. I half thought about going down to Tittesworth Reservoir and walking around there, because I remember maybe about 8 years ago doing a family walk around there, which was quite nice. I remember some parts of it are definitely in like the tree lines and it could get a bit dark in there. It's definitely want to do again at some point. I might pin that one for next summer, walk around there. Car coming, catch up with you in a mo. What I'm going to do instead is I'm actually still going to walk down to there, the little hamlet village thing there called Meerbrook. Google Maps reckons that's an hour and 5 minutes walk, so that'll give me 2 hours 10, a lot of time to walk around. And I've brought my camera with me just in case I see something. Oh, a bit of blue sky peeking through. There shouldn't be any rain till about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and I think I'll be gone by then anyway. The time currently is 8:37, so plenty of time. who knows, if it looks like it's dried off enough, I might even be able to squeeze a climb in. But at the minute, I'm thinking it's more likely I'll go to the wall tomorrow, maybe this afternoon for a couple of hours, but if not, it'll be tomorrow. Oh, you can actually see the white disk of the sun. Well, not now, you can't. The clouds come in. There you go. Nice. Don't look at it for too long, you moron. I've also brought with me my spare batteries for this camera, so we should be all good for power. The case says that they are fully charged. I did plug them in for a bit to try and give them a bit of extra juice, but the lights went straight out, so I assume both of them are all good to go. That's another 200% of battery I've got with me. Yeah, look at all this puddle. That's why I'm not doing that walk. I don't have, you know, I mean, these are walking boots, but I think I probably want something a bit sturdier for that, because these are also my everyday shoes as well. They are Vivo Barefoot. They are incredibly comfy. They're also thermal on the inside, so they are nice and warm as well. I should look at getting myself another pair at some point, but again, they don't make this particular model anymore. Not that I'm advertising them because they don't sponsor me or anything, but good shoes. Anyway, I've just not come prepared for doing walks and stuff like that with me since I came for a night out. I'll keep walking along for a bit. And then pick you up when I get to the turn off for Meerbrook, I think. So I shall see you. Well, I won't see you, but you'll see me in a moment. Here we go, 2¼ miles down that way. Got to say, I'm not particularly looking forward to the walk back uphill. But ah well. Man, that's really opened up. I kind of want to be going that way. Can't see that tower on the hill though yet. We are definitely now into the tail end of summer, because this is a chill breeze. My hands are actually feeling a little bit icy, as is my face. I did bring a flask of tea with me though, so it should be all good. No biscuits again. Ah well. Here we go. I'm hoping there's not too much wind noise here. The breeze has picked up a bit now that I've started recording. I do have one more wind protector left with me. But I'm a bit paranoid now about losing that. I think what I might also do is look at picking up a DJI wireless microphone. Either the Mini or the new Mic 3. Which also features some levels of noise cancellation, so not only could I have protection on the microphone against the wind, I could also cut it out with noise cancellation, which for a place like this would be dead handy. I mean, these microphones are really, really good for budget microphones. However, I don't think they're going to be suitable for this environment once the wind picks up, even if I do have the protectors on them. But I should still definitely use them, because it comes through really well. Right. I'm in for a bit of a walk here. I don't know what's going to be down this lane. I've driven up it once, maybe twice. But I think this is pretty much a straight walk now down to the village. So, more likely than not, I'll pick you up back there. Because I'm trying to be a bit more conscious about the length of my videos now. So I don't want to ramble on too much as I walk. That being the case, I shall pick you up a bit later on. There was a sign pointing to a public footpath this way. I'm assuming it goes up round there because there've been no other signs so far, but I want to cut across these fields. When you've got a bit of sun on fields like this, and blue skies, cloudy skies like that, yeah, that would be nice. I'm not going to try and follow this footpath today though. I'm going to stick with the plan that I've already made. But this should be a nice one to come back to. There's that sun now and the fog all up along the roaches. I wonder if actually I need to turn the microphone gain back up a little bit now, since it's no longer directly on my collar. Oh yeah, that's lifted right off the 5 clouds now, and then Hen Cloud over there, that's all cleared. And the rock should dry off fairly quickly, really. Yeah, there's the sign for it. Public footpath that way, and that's Brownset Farm. I think that could be worth an explore someday. But for now, I keep going down this way. I can see my van from here. I very much doubt that you'll be able to. I can't zoom in on it, but it is right above this tree line about here. And that white van that parked right behind me just before I came out. So from there, we walked all along there and come down here somewhere. And this was all foggy when we set out. But just look at how that's lifted. I mean, the roaches are perfectly clear now. I'm half wishing I was back up there. Oh, I could be tempted to later. Maybe. I mean, for one thing, if I go back to the trig point, I might find my other protector. And no, I've not put this one on, I forgot about that. But the wind has dropped for now, so that's all right. There might be photo opportunities along here, you know, especially this early with this lighting. I can't say I've been particularly looking out for any. Just enjoying the walk for a bit of an escape. I mean, there's one here. Again, I don't know if this camera will show it very well. I'll have to see if I can zoom it in digitally. But there's, right there's sheep in the field, and then you go up a bit, there's a house there. You go up a bit more, and there's that cottage there above the road, and then there's the Five Clouds rocks along there. Not at the very top. And the way that the light's passing across the grass is interesting. With a good zoom lens, I reckon that could be a good shot in its current conditions, and possibly a bit earlier on with the cloud still hanging over the top of the roaches. Again, that's one I'm going to have to come back for with my Canon. It might have the range for that. Maybe. Let me just see if I can get in there on my phone and give you a rough idea. So I've managed to get in on my phone camera so I can give you a rough idea of what I was on about there. That'll save me trying to fiddle about zooming in on this and just pixelating everything. Yeah, I don't think the Sony's gonna... I've not got the range on these lenses. Yeah, coming back with the Canon for that one. That could very well work. And as I say, there's potential there for a couple of different moods that could work with it. I would be very interested in seeing whether I can make that work. So that is definitely one to remember. I'll tell you what, whilst I'm on it, let's see whether I can. Yeah, there we are. No, you're not going to see that on the screen there. But yeah, I can see. Oh, I didn't want portrait mode. Right there is my van. Exactly where I want it to be. There's a house / cottage right about there. That again, if I had a long enough zoom, I might be able to make something work here. Although even my Canon, I don't think would have the zoom for that. But if you get in the wall and between these bits of grass here, up into that, and these would be the perfect conditions lighting wise to do that. I think what I'm going to have to do at some point is come around here with my FX30 and the lenses for that, and basically do this video again, but get them shots on video so you can see them better. Because that's the downside of this camera, no zoom functionality whatsoever. I could zoom in digitally when I edit the video, but that's just going to pixelate everything. So you won't see much detail of anything anyway. This tree's interesting. And this bit of gate here. You know what? Oh, hello cow. What kind of mood are you in? I think there may be a photo here. Let me just prop you up somewhere where I'm hoping you won't fall down. How's that? Give you a good view. Excellent. I don't think I'll need my tripod for this one. What's that tractors and stuff in the field there? Don't get distracted. Right. What can I find here? Might be easier doing this through the viewfinder, you know. Yeah, okay. That trunk's not really doing anything there. No, I'm not liking anything there. I know that there is something here. Question is, can I find it? Ah, okay. Maybe. Maybe you're there. Maybe this one works. I'm not entirely sure. I think I found my shot on this one. And I like this first one with the fence and how I managed to get that top rail to go into the contour of Hen Cloud. I'll be very much interested to see how these two come out. See, I knew there was something there. Took a bit of figuring out where it was, and I'm still not sure I've got it quite right. But then, this is all part of the fun. Hey cows! How are we? Nah. This last one was a good idea, but the cows are a bit in the shadow, not exactly where I wanted. I'll throw it in here anyway so you can get an idea of how I wanted to use this gate. But that's about the only part of the image that works. Oh well. Yeah, nice. Okay. In that case then, it is time to move on from here. From there to here. I didn't get very far, but I just managed to quickly snap up another one right here. The puddle caught my attention on this one, with a pretty decent lead line up to Hen Cloud. Could I have got this shot a little bit better? With this setup, no. With a longer zoom, I think I could have brought Hen Cloud more into the frame, but I did manage to get the reflection in the water that I wanted. There may have to be a slight crop in, because I think I got a little bit of the road at the beginning of the puddle. But the idea came out. That's the important thing. Even if it's not the exact image that you have in mind, being able to capture the idea and then work with that, especially in your local areas where you can go back to them. Now, if I had travelled somewhere less local, like say the Lake Districts or Wales, somewhere that's a couple of hours out of the way, or to an entirely different continent, that's when it's much more important to have your right gear and get the image that you want there and then. But when you're just out and about randomly like this, just toying with your gear pretty much, just trying to capture the general idea of the photo is probably the more important part, and then you can refine it again over time. I mean, obviously I could spend more time there getting shots and just take hundreds of photos in the same spot for the next hour or so. But then I think that bogs you down too much. You're better off having 2 or 3 good attempts and moving on. Treat it like the old film days where you only had about 18 to 20 shots on a roll, and a roll was expensive. Well, they are these days. Yeah. Potential for one there as well, with this gate. Something like that maybe? My first thought was I'm not going to bother, but I think I might just very quickly see if I can frame something up in this. Oh no, that first one I don't like at all. That did not come out quite how I was intending. But this second one's not bad. I might expose for the foreground more. Try that again. Blowing up that sky, but that's fine. I could probably recover most of that. I think that's my one. I think that first one I can recover the shadows anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. I couldn't quite get that exact framing again, whilst exposing more for the foreground. But we'll see how these come out. Well, by now I imagine you would have done. Hopefully I've been putting these up on screen at some point. It has just occurred to me that I've not said, and here's what it looks like. I'll find some way of working it in. Right, let's carry on. Here we are, Meerbrook. You are here. Yes, but am I facing that way or that way? This isn't a very good quality print. It's very bad. Anyway, welcome to Meerbrook, situated on the River Churnet and nestling under the Roaches, or named until 100 years ago, Roaches, the French for rocks. I wonder why they added the A. This small village once had cloth industries including wool during the medieval period and a mill that made silk up until 1970. Today it is renowned for its Scarecrow Festival every May. The Roaches Gritstone escarpment you can see in the distance. I can't, it's behind me. And, you know, stuff in the way. Along with Ramshaw Rocks and Hen Cloud are popular with walkers and climbers. Very true. Legend has it that a mermaid lives in Doxy Pool on top of the Roaches. Never seen her. Some say she sings to entice her victims into the pool. Haven't heard her either. Yeah, some more information there if you want to just pause and read. And then the map for you as well. I think I probably need to go back that way for the reservoir, and I'm in the shade again. But I just want to have a quick look down here. Staffordshire Moorlands Link. Leek is a 35-minute bike ride down that way apparently. I don't need to go this way for the reservoir. No, I'd have assumed it'd be signed up. St Matthew's, Church of England. Yeah, I think I might need to turn around, you know. Let's get up to this building, see what we're looking at. A building, obviously. Ah, sunshine. I don't know, it feels a bit threatening down here, weather-wise. Not quite as enjoyable as being up on the crags. Yeah, I think this is just the village hall. Craft fair here this Sunday. Well, I want to be here for that, and that's the village green. Opened on the 4th of June 2005. Yay, yeah, that's the village hall behind me. I think I need to go back down this way. There's the reservoir. Some paddle boarders out there by the looks of it. Could be a good day for a walk around there actually, but I'm not going to today. I don't fancy doing that as well. I can't remember how far it is, but it must be a couple of miles easy. There is Hen Cloud and the Roaches. You know what? Last time I came down here, when we did that walk, I'm not even sure I was climbing at that point. Or at least not outdoors. I might have been climbing for a year or two at the centre. And I may have been up there once. But yeah, I think it might have been around 2018-ish or something. Which already is like 7 years ago, roughly. Might even be longer. This is looking low. remember offhand how much of this is usually underwater, but clearly there. And you might be able to make out the banks along there. Let's have a look at this side. Bit of a stream there, stream slash river. I don't think I'm going to go on too much further. I'm going to turn around soon, because it's at least another hour to walk back. It's already 10:30. I don't need to rush off, but if I'm going to get some climbing in, I definitely want food first. I'd have thought the crags would be dry by now. Although I've parked further along from where I normally do, so it's a longer walk in as well. I might just go for a chill session at the wall instead. I keep looking at the screen and not the lens. These trees have been found because they were suffering from ash dieback. Oh dear. Here is the entrance to the reservoir. Barbecues and open fires are strictly prohibited in all areas of this site. It's almost like they don't want you to have fun. I'm doing it again, screen, not the lens. Bit out of date on that one now. We're on 13th of September. Car park opening time 7 AM until 9 PM. Yeah, that's low. That should all be underwater normally. Oh well. Carry on for a bit. Up to 2 hours 350, 2 to 4 hours 550, over 4 hours 7 quid. Yikes. God knows what they were last time, but that feels steep. Well, there's no point walking further up that way. I am staying and doing the walk. So let's head on back. I'm probably going to walk straight back, not bother recording anything, because I've recorded it on the way down. So I'll get to that junction where I came down for Meerbrook on the Roaches Lane, and then see where I feel picking up from there. And I'm back from all the way down that little puddle there that you can see, and then up this steep hill. I mean, from here you can see there's a brick wall going up there. You might be able to see it. The road curves around there, and I suspect the ice cream van's there, but after walking up that hill just, I don't fancy the uphill walk at the end of that road just for an ice cream. Next time I am leaving my tripod behind. I think I'd rather risk not having my tripod on me for a shot than carrying it around and not using it once. They're handy when you need them. Like if I was up there when it's windy like this, it might be helpful, but I did not need it down there. That was some way to carry back up. That is just shoulders and neck, felt that. All in all though, that's a successful morning, I think. We are now on 11:30. So I'm going to call this one done here. I got a few photos that I really like the look of. I hope they come out well, they should do. Weather's really picked up here, though clouds come over. It has forecast rain for about 3 o'clock. Yeah. Thanks for coming along with me again. I hope you liked the photos. Let me know which one you thought was best. I think I'm partial to that fence one. The white fence and the puddle. I think they're the two standouts from this one. I say that because they're the ones that I can remember. But anyway, thanks for coming along. Hit that like button for me, it helps out. Subscribe if you haven't already for more content like this. And let me know down below which photo you think was best. With that, whatever you are doing for the rest of the day, have a good one.